diseases. Currently, we are hearing so much of virus, and virus. We are only listening to that since last 3 months, I guess. So, what are these human viral diseases? Is COVID-19 is the only viral disease or pandemic viral disease we have suffered till date? No. So, we are going to see what are different human viral diseases, what is past, present, and future of antiviral drug discovery. That we are going to see in my whole session. So, I shall start up with the very introductory slide about viruses. Before entering into the different viral diseases or before entering into the antiviral drug discovery, I will just make you sure that you understand the virus. Let me interrupt you. Am I visible to everyone? Please, sorry to ask you.
Yes, ma'am, you are visible.
Yes, thank you. Understanding the virus is very important. What are viruses? Viruses are the microscopic organisms. Everybody might be knowing about it. They are very microscopic organisms. They exist everywhere, almost everywhere on the earth. They can infect animal, plants, and even the bacteria. Okay, so what we should know about the virus? Why we are very much afraid of virus, the term virus? Because viruses are such agents that they don't replicate by their own mechanism. They rely on the host body, or they enter into the host body for their multiplication or replication. So they must attach to the whole host cell for their replication, and they uses host energy, host DNA, and host RNA for their replication. And that is why if you try to kill the virus, right, if you try to kill the virus, you have been, or you are entering, or you are killing the host cell also. So it is very difficult to kill the virus. There are chances that host cell also gets killed, right? So that is why killing of the virus is very, very hard. So as all of you know, viruses exist anywhere, everywhere on the earth. They are very difficult to kill, and they have different genetic material than any other microbes or animals, eukaryotes in the on the earth. Okay, they are roughly 100 the size of bacterium, and they consist of 2 or 3 distinct parts. Like, they consist the genetic material, either DNA or RNA, a protein coat or capsid which protects that genetic information, and a lipid envelope which sometimes present around the protein coat when the virus is outside of the cell. Okay, so in this way, virus is consisting all these things: DNA, RNA, protein coat, and it gets protected and it gets entered into the host cell. Another problem about the virus is their size. As I have told you, they are 100th size of a bacterium. That means you can imagine how small they are, how minute they are. So targeting to this much minute organism is a little difficult task. So that is also one of the challenge in discovery or studying the antiviral drugs. Okay, then their genetic material, DNA and RNA, okay, they integrate into the host DNA and RNA. So if you try to target that DNA and RNA of the virus, you are targeting, because they are integrated with the host DNA and RNA, you are targeting host DNA and RNA also. So it is very difficult to kill the virus. So you can see now what are the different challenges in killing the virus is due to their size, due to their consisting parts, distinct parts, their coating. Okay, so this is very difficult to kill the virus. Now we will move on to the overview of different viral infections. As now you must have got one viral disease, COVID-19, but that is not the only viral disease. There are many more viral diseases, even more severe. than the COVID-19. So I can sum up some of the viral diseases as you can see on the screen: meningitis or encephalitis, which is caused by mainly the arbovirus; pharyngitis caused by arbovirus, Epstein-Barr virus, cytomegalovirus; cardiovascular diseases and pancreatitis caused by Coxsackie B virus; hepatitis caused by hepatitis B, C, D, E virus. Then herpes is caused by herpes simplex virus. Various viral skin infections you must be knowing. Various viral skin infections are caused by various viruses like human herpes virus, smallpox virus. You must be knowing the smallpox. They affect the skin firstly, right? Then human papilloma virus, parvovirus, rubella, measles, Coxsackie virus, mumps. You must be knowing all these skin diseases due to viruses. You must have everyone must have been gone through the measles at least once in his lifetime. Okay, they firstly affect the skin. Okay, these are some of the viruses which affects on skin, or they cause the skin infections. Even common cold is due to viral infection. It is a viral infection. It occurs due to rhinovirus, parainfluenza virus, or syncytial virus. Eye infections. Various eye infections are also caused by various viruses such as herpes simplex virus, adenovirus, cytomegalovirus. These are the main viruses. Pneumonia. Pneumonia is caused by influenza virus, parainfluenza virus, syncytial virus, adenovirus. And you must be knowing, guys, due to SARS coronavirus. Okay, SARS coronavirus and coronavirus, their genotypes are similar. So both of them causes pneumonia. Also, polio is the major disease the world has faced, but the India majorly the polio. Now it has become polio free. That was the severe condition. The polio infection is due to the virus. Then gastroenteritis. It gets caused due to adenovirus, rotavirus. You must have been heard about rotavirus infection, diarrhea, norovirus, astrovirus, and coronavirus. Then sexually transmitted disease. All must be aware of sexually transmitted viral disease, that is HIV/AIDS. It also is due to the virus which gets integrated into the host DNA, RNA, or host immune system. So this is the overall overview of different viral infections. Now you are aware of the different viral infections. Now we will move their spread. Everyone knows now the spread of virus must be discussed. Why it should be discussed? Because killing of virus is difficult. But if it gets spread, the controlling is even more difficult. So viruses can spread through various routes such as skin contacts. See, skin contact, we can avoid the skin contact, like human papilloma virus spreads through the skin contact. Even measles, you must have heard. Measles also spread through the skin contacts. So we can control the spread of the virus. Since last 2 months, we are experiencing the same thing, or we are controlling the same thing, that is spread of the virus, right? That is why we are under lockdown, I guess. So if we control the spread, we can control the disease in a halfway. More than finding out its antiviral therapy, the controlling of spread of the virus is very important. Now, some viruses spread through the respiratory tract, like cold virus, influenza, measles, mumps, rubella, and COVID-19. Then fecal oral route, like polio virus, Coxsackie virus, hepatitis A virus, rotavirus, they spread through the fecal oral route. Then milk spread, HIV/AIDS, mainly spreads through milk. Transplacental, rubella, HIV virus, they spread, or cytomegalovirus, they spread through the placenta, or they pass from mother to fetus. Sexually transmitted, you must be knowing HIV, AIDS, herpes virus, hepatitis B virus, they spread through the sexual contact. Then insect virus, due to acting of insect as a vector, yellow fever or dengue fever, okay, due to biting of a mosquito. Animal bite, rabies, all of you know, it can get spread through the animal bite. Now we will move on to the further slide, that is epidemics and pandemics of viral infection. Spread or outbreak of a viral infection over one community is called as epidemic. If it is limited to one community, then it is called as epidemic. If it spreads from one community to other community, or one country to other country, if it gets spread all over the world, then we can say it is pandemic situation. Currently, we are suffering through a pandemic situation. But this pandemic situation is not the only pandemic situation we have faced till date. COVID-19 is not the only pandemic situation we have faced. Earlierly, we have faced even more severe pandemic situation. Like in 1918, we have suffered through one pandemic that is called as flu. Everyone have heard about the flu. Now we have very well therapy for the flu. But by that time, we the world did not have any therapy for the flu virus, influenza virus. Firstly, it was called as Spanish flu. From Spanish flu, it turned pandemic, and it got spread all over the world. It was so severe that it caused severe deaths. It killed around 100 million people all over the world. At least it would have killed 5% of world population in 1918. See, it was more severe than this COVID-19. Because nowadays we have media, modes of communication, so that we can keep check on every situation, right? And act accordingly. But by then, there was no such way to communicate with the people. So it got spread so fastly and so severely that it killed the massive population. You know, compared to that situation, today's situation is much more controlled. Okay, due to communication, due to media, due to awareness, due to education, we can control now the situations, the pandemic situations. See, HIV is also considered as a pandemic. With an estimated 38.6 million people are living with the HIV throughout the world till date. 38.6 million people. So currently, we are suffering from one more pandemic, as I have already told you, that is COVID-19. Moving to the next slide, history and progress of antiviral drugs. From
Hello, ma'am.
1972, yes, sir?
Sorry to disturb
Sorry?
you, ma'am.
Sorry?
Shall we start the poll? Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes. Sorry to interrupt you, everyone. We have created some polls. So I request Amar Lomte sir to create a poll for the session we have covered up till now. So we will take a poll now.
Okay. Shall we start the poll, ma'am? Now?
Yes, sir. We can start.
Okay. So first poll is, we will start.
Yes, sir. Please.
Here is the poll.
Yes,
Audience
sir. I
or
can see this
attendees,
poll,
you can.
and I can wait for the 60% at least answers.
Okay, ma'am.
Many of the people are answering COVID-19 is the biggest pandemic situation.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm waiting for the poll. Sir, shall we show
Okay,
the
ma'am.
results to the attendees?
Okay, ma'am. We will show the results to attendees.
Okay, and then I will continue. So
Okay, we
here
can
are
see
the
here
results.
50%, 50% to the
50% have
COVID-19,
answered COVID-19, but
35% influenza.
no, guys, COVID-19 is not the biggest pandemic situation. Influenza is the biggest pandemic situation till date because it have killed 100 million people, around 5% of world population. So it was more pandemic than COVID-19. So shall we continue, sir?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yes. Are you able to see?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So we will continue.
Ma'am, firstly hide the results, ma'am.
1 second, sir, please. Yes, sir, I have did it, I guess.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, I will continue then. Yes. Previous slide we have seen the epidemic and pandemic situation still there. So after that, we will see the history, as our topic says, the past, present, and future of antiviral drug discovery. So we will continue with the history and progress of antiviral drugs. You must be knowing, or I don't know, from 1972 to till date, 50 new viruses have been identified as etiologic agent or causative agent of human viral diseases. So it is a big, there are 50 new viruses we have found out. It is not the COVID-19 which is new. We have recovered, or we have found out the new therapies for 50 new viruses, and still we are finding for the few. So up till now we have understood the spread and the diseases, the epidemic and pandemic. Now it is very serious. On a serious note, we should take it as 50 new viruses have been identified as positive agent of human disease. So what we are doing, what scientists are doing, and why the drug development process of antiviral drugs is very slow, that we need to consider, or that we need to discuss. So now we will discuss that. The spread of new virus is comparatively very fast. The virus is new. It gets spread through either through respiratory tract, either through skin, either through fecal-oral route. But the spread is very fast. Compared to that, the drug discovery is very slow. The discovery of drugs, antiviral drugs, has advanced with a snail-like pace. It is very slow, but the spread is very fast. So that is why we are not, or we are still struggling for finding new antiviral drugs. Unlike to the antibiotics or antibacterials. So it took almost 60 years for antiviral drugs to come at this stage. But in only 30 years for the antibacterials, we have reached, or we have found out several thousands of antibacterials or antibiotics, right? We have thousands of antibiotics, but we have very few antivirals. So the factors or challenge, it is not like we are not trying, or scientists are not trying, but there are certain difficulties, there are certain challenges, right? Unfortunately, antiviral drug discovery has been very slow in all over the world. See, why it is slow, that we are going to discuss one by one. The antiviral discovery, there are many challenges we are suffering. What are those challenges for discovering antiviral drugs? We will see one by one. The first thing, that is lack of structural and systemic method for antiviral drug development. Okay, there is no any, the scientist or the world have not faced the systemic approach. Like, unlike antibacterials, there is systemic approach. Like you can see, if a drug is, for example, I'm saying cephalosporin, generation first, generation second, third, fourth, there is a systemic approach. But it is, unfortunately, it is not the case about antiviral drug discovery. So the lack of structured or systemic approach for the drug development has been the challenge, a biggest challenge. Also, the what happened, like some drugs were developed for some other diseases, and then they are used as antivirals, or some drugs which are found out as antiviral, then they showed an activity against other viruses or other microorganisms, then we turn them from antiviral to other type of drugs. Like, for example, I can see here thiosemicarbazones against vaccinia virus, described by Hamre in 1950. Later on, it gave good result against tuberculosis. So better it was used as anti-tubercular drug. Also, in 1959, 5-iodo-2-deoxyuridine. It was originally developed for cancer. It was originally developed for cancer treatment, and then it proved to exhibit antiviral activity against herpes virus. Then this drug, we started using this drug as anti-herpes virus. So the therapy was not focused, the therapy was not structured. That is why somewhere this is the problem. Second challenge, everyone listen carefully. What happened? Firstly, few decades ago, in 1950, 40, 1960, only handful of viruses were known to the human. Only 4 or 5 viruses at that time were known. Now we know many viruses. Many viruses after 1980 came into 1970 came into existence. But before that, only few viruses were there. Which were the viruses? Everyone can say: polio virus, smallpox virus, herpes virus, and influenza virus. Only 3-4 viruses were known. So the antiviral drug discovery was directed to treat only herpes virus, to treat only polio virus, only smallpox virus, or only influenza virus. Beyond that, no one have imagined that other viruses would come into existence. No one could imagine that. So that's why viral drug discovery lagged somewhere. But it was not the case about antibacterials or other antimicrobials. Why? Because many bacteria, viruses were known 30-40 years ago. So the antiviral drug discovery, it is the main challenge, because we are knowing the viruses every era, in every decade we are knowing new virus, right? Like currently we know new Nipah virus, we know new Ebola virus, we are aware of COVID-19, we are aware of SARS in 2003. So 4-5 viruses I can list up in these 15 to 20 years. So the viral drug discovery somewhere was targeted to achieve the treatment with these 3-4 viruses only. So that was the case, and that was the problem in antiviral drug discovery. After that, I can say efficacy and toxicity on the development of efficient antiviral drug. See, pay attention. What happens? The problem was not limited to only antiviral drug discovery. Antiviral drug, anyone can find out the antiviral drug. Even more antiviral drugs were found out, but how much of them got passed? Because there is a big issue for any drug. The only finding out the drug is not sufficient. Its efficacy, its potency, its toxic effects, adverse effects have to be considered. Unfortunately, with every antiviral drug, there was the problem with safety, the problem with efficacy or potency. This might be the case. Why? Because viruses are very difficult to kill as they integrate into the human genes. So what happens, since The problem was safety, efficacy. So the term antiviral is not sufficient. Efficient antiviral drug is important. So all of you must be knowing Hitchings and Ellison found out acyclovir. From the finding of acyclovir in 1988, the achievement of better toxicity, less toxicity, better efficacy, and better safety of drugs started into existence or finding. Before that, there was no such antiviral drug therapy or efficient antiviral drug therapy. Even acyclovir has some toxicity issues, but later on it became base, as both of them got the Nobel Prize for acyclovir. Because acyclovir was the base for more potent antiviral drugs. So from 1988, we have reached to these antiviral drugs therapy till date. So we have started antibacterials or antimicrobials in 1935 or 1940, in that era, and the actual antiviral drugs in 1988. So you can see the gap between the discovery. So after that, sadly, what happened, antiviral treatment is challenged by one more thing, that is formation of mutants. Everybody know there is a important pharmacological aspect or factor in any drug discovery, any antimicrobial discovery, is the formation of mutant. It is a biggest challenge. The formation of mutant is the biggest challenge in any type of antiviral, antimicrobial, or antibacterial therapy. For every disease, there are 100% chances that their mutants will get formed. These mutants, formation of these mutants is very risky condition. Why? Because if there is a formation of mutants of the existing virus, it becomes more difficult to achieve complete eradication of disease, as virus presents itself into the various types or forms. One virus, single virus, its forms are different. It have five forms, like SARS coronavirus. It is the modified into COVID-19 virus or coronavirus. So it is called as new coronavirus. So like mutants, okay, the formation of mutants is a very risky condition, very dangerous situation in the finding of antiviral drug therapy. As the virus, if the mutant gets formed, it demands for more advanced therapy, more developed therapy. Previously, if a virus gets killed with the less potent antiviral drug therapy, if there is formation of mutants or mutation occurs in the virus, it changes its structure, we will need more potent or the other drugs. So that antiviral therapy will be of no use. So this is the main and the biggest challenge into the antiviral drug discovery. So we can sum up our challenges. What are the challenges? First one is lack of systemic approach. Okay, lack of targeted approach in the drug discovery. Then we can say there were limited viruses were known, so the discovery was limited to only those 4-5 viruses, as I have discussed. After that, there is limited efficacy, potency issues. There was safety issues, adverse effects of antiviral drugs, those were found out, so that has to be eliminated. After that, formation of mutants. Okay, this is also the very severe challenge, we can say. Basically, until 1980, see, moving to the next. So I guess we can take a poll again, sir.
Yes,
Uh,
ma'am. Hello.
yes, we can take a poll again.
Hello.
Yes, we
Yes,
can.
ma'am. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
This is the new poll. The question
Yes,
is,
sir.
what are the real challenges in antiviral
Yes,
drug discovery?
yes, sir.
So attendees can vote these options. We'll wait for 1 minute.
Yes, sir. Yes. I'm very satisfied with the answers. Shall we exit the poll, sir? Shall we show the results?
Ma'am, 10 seconds.
Okay.
Okay, ma'am. We can
Okay, sir.
show the results part.
Shall we show the results?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now I will hide the results and again start with the next. Shall I continue?
Ma'am, hello.
Yes, sir.
Ma'am, please explain about the result.
Yes. Challenges are all of the above, right? I have sum up. I had sum up the all the challenges, like there was lack of systemic targeted approach, there was limited discovery, limited viruses were known, efficacy issues, potency issues. So the challenges were all of the above. Okay, so moving to
Okay.
the next moving to the next, we are always in need of broad spectrum antivirus, right? You might have heard about the broad spectrum, as we have many drugs, we can say antimicrobials, antibacterials, which are broad spectrum antivirals, or sorry, antimicrobials. But the antivirals, do you know any of the antivirals which are broad spectrum? No, they are very less activity or narrow spectrum they are. Yes, sir. Sorry. Yes, sorry, sir.
Madam, now we can close the poll.
Yes, you close it. We have already closed it.
Sir, we had already closed the polls.
Yeah.
Fine.
So we are in need of broad spectrum antivirus. So you must be knowing, basically early in 1980s, antiviral research was very ill thought. Every scientist or every country was only focusing on antibacterials and antimicrobials, other antimicrobials. Antiviral discovery was very ill thought because only few viruses were known. They might have thought that antiviral drug discovery is sufficient for those viruses. They were unaware of about 50 new viruses which were found out in a latter state or latter decade. So till 1980, there were no as such major antivirals were found out. HIV was the first chronic antiviral disease discovered to have considerable impact on public health. So antiviral drug discovery lagged in many aspects. As there are many antibiotics, antimicrobials, which are very much effective, which are very much broad spectrum, but we are not having many broad spectrum antivirals, even not fan genotyping. What does it mean? That means one antiviral which is specific to 2 genes or 3 genes, variety of genes, genotypes of viruses. We still don't have that antivirals also. So there also we are lagging. So for the viral infections, any attempt to attack the viral metabolism could have effect on host cell. That is the major cause why we are lagging. Because if we are trying to attack the virus, we are attacking on our host cells, our own cells we are attacking. That is the biggest issue or biggest problem we have faced, or the scientists or world have faced. It is evident then that the modifications of these two aspects of antiviral therapy could improve the results of treatment of chronic patients. The barrier could be overcome in the part through the use of combinatorial therapy. We can combine the antiviral drugs. We can give or provide the combination of antiviral drugs. So this is the choice we have for the treatment of viral diseases. Now, the potential targets. With our current knowledge on viral metabolism, the potential targets we can target are the inhibition of viral genes and proteins, as I have already told you, blocking of host genes and enzymes that can interact with the viral counterparts, modulation of their metabolic pathways involved in the viral life cycle. So here I can say, look at the possible targets of viruses we can attack. We can attack their attachment or entry. I have noted it as 1, 2, 3, 4 as a numbers. We can stop their attachment. We can stop their penetration, uncoating before entering into the host nucleic acids. We can stop their nucleic acid synthesis, which is integrated, viral and host. So we can stop up there. We can stop integration and transcription, their replication. We can stop their protein synthesis, their packaging, and the release. So almost at these possible targets we can act, or we can find out the drug discovery. We can do the drug discovery. Till date, from 1980, probably in 40 years, we have come up to these many antiviral drugs and these many classes of antiviral drugs. So these are the antiviral drug classifications. Nucleoside reverse transcriptase inhibitors, non-nucleoside reverse transcriptase inhibitors, protease inhibitors, entry inhibitors, then CCR5, the receptor inhibitors, integrase inhibitors, etc. So these are the classes, main classes of antiretroviral drugs. Also, we are using some of the combinational therapy of different, we are fusing different antiviral drugs in one drug formulation, and we are targeting the virus. Like for the HIV virus, we have found out the most active or most efficient drug therapy, that is HAART. So that we are using to target the drug, that is a combinational therapy, right? So from all these challenges, where we stand today, we see, I have told you we are lagging in many aspects, but it is not like that. We have covered many things also in 40 years. So in last 40 years, we account for very solid but not yet completely effective treatment to landscape to fight the viral infection. Still, we do not have the concrete base to fight with the viral infections. But we have found out, or we have covered many viruses. We have found out many drug therapies, antiviral drug therapies, which were potent, which were efficient. So we stand today, where we stand today is we have many of the antiviral drug therapies, but still we do not have any concrete therapy, solid therapy for antiviral drug therapy. We have found out many advances in the antiviral drug discovery, that is according to know the viral genotype, to know the viral structure, to know the resistance of that virus, like modern biomolecular diagnostic tools to find out accurate therapeutic regimen, viral load dynamics for determining drug resistance, the toxicity and efficacy state, and the presence of infection, which is assessed by the therapy from the patient. So we stand today over here. If we are discussing past, present, and future of antiviral diseases, it would be biased, or it would be a big mess if we do not consider or we do not discuss about the current pandemic situation, that is COVID-19, right? So as we all of we know that COVID-19 is spreading and infecting people across the world in an alarming rate. Still, we don't know the severity and outbreak of this disease. Okay, full extent, what is the full extent of this disease would be, we don't know. It is also unclear, it is unknown. Researchers across the globe are consistently working on finding out the vaccine. They are trying with the various targets and formulations, like they are trying to find out viral vaccines using virus itself, viral vector vaccines using some vector, if we give that or insert that vector into the body and increase the antibodies. Then they are trying to form the nucleic acid which is to be inserted into the human cells. They are trying that also they are trying protein based vaccines also. So they are trying very hard to control the situation, to find out the antiviral therapy. Still, we do not have a concrete antiviral therapy. Currently, scientists are trying to accomplish something that was very inconceivable a decade ago. We could not believe that we could find out one virus and we are under lockdown or we are staying at home to control its spread. We are trying very hard to find out the vaccine or the medicine, the therapeutic agent. The scientists are not still getting it. They are still working on it. We could not imagine, anyone in this world could not imagine this situation would come. So the creating this vaccine for unknown virus so rapidly, which is spreading so rapidly, finding of vaccine should also be so rapid. So this was unconvincible a decade ago only. So we are the scientists are trying for they are taking clinical trials for many drugs. They are trying in very unprecedented ways. They are finding out multiple ways. So we can assure that we will find out something or some potent therapeutic agent, efficient antiviral agent against COVID-19 in coming months. It can take 10 to 18 months probably, but still there are challenges. What are the challenges? Even though we found out any vaccine, any medicine, therapeutic agent against COVID-19, the problem of scaling up the manufacturing process, distribution is the biggest problem. Until it is getting distributed in all over the world, the virus will spread even faster. So even though we found out the vaccine, still we cannot control it so rapidly, because manufacturing in such a large scale, it will take time. Distribution will take time. So still, even though we find out vaccine, we all are eagerly waiting for the vaccine, or we all are eagerly waiting for the therapeutic antiviral agent, efficient agent, but still there are many challenges until it reaches to us. Even we cannot guarantee its safety and efficacy to the larger human population. Still, we are not conducting its pharmacovigilance studies, which we would see, or which we would get after the drug is found out and it gets marketed. After that, if anyone gets adverse effects, after that if anyone gets side effects or safety issues, then it has to be withdrawn from the market. Again, new vaccine or agent have to be found out. That is also one of the biggest challenge for the COVID-19 virus. With so much of stake, a vaccine is needed immediately, yet it should be very efficient and potent. So we all are waiting for that. So now we have covered the history or past.
Hello, ma'am. Can
Yes,
we
sir.
take a new poll, ma'am?
Yes, sir, please. Do we have time, sir?
We have less time. Still, in a minute, we can take a poll, ma'am, so that we will
Okay.
know that they are understanding or not. Attendees our.
Sir, please make it fast, because 3-4
Yes, ma'am.
slides are remaining.
Okay, ma'am. I request attendees to please give fast poll. Okay, ma'am. We will continue.
Yes, sir. I will continue now. So near
Okay.
future, virus factors are not the only potential targets for inhibition, but the host targets as well, including microRNAs, cellular receptor adhesion molecules, cyclophilins will be also the targets. Now, presently, earlierly, we didn't know the viruses. Now we know that the more viruses could come, the more mutants could come. So now we are finding out. But after this, in near future, the antiviral drug discovery will be at its peak. Everyone from the world, every scientist, every labs will be engaged in the finding of antiviral drug discovery, because we have suffered a lot through all 3-4 months. So everyone in the world is now so aware about antiviral drug discovery. So it would take a pace, it would speed up, and we will not only the potential targets I have shown you earlierly, those would not be the only potential targets. We will increase the potential targets, not only the virus targets, we will take the host targets as well, like microRNAs from the host, or if we can do some study about cellular receptor adhesion molecules, cyclophilins, anything can happen, right? So combination of host and viral inhibitors will also provide variety of drug regimens and appropriate for different patients, that could lead to interferon free therapies that can consistently clear the infection. That also will come up, I guess. So probable most efficient therapy we are yet to find out in the near future. It is the need of an hour. After this current situation handled effectively, if we handle this current situation very effectively, I'm sure we will handle it effectively, a new era of antiviral treatment will come up, and it would increase the knowledge about viruses. Now we would be more aware about viruses, what are new viruses, what are their targets, what are their actions, how they are getting spread. We will increase in our knowledge, their mechanism of infection, combined with the rapid drug discovery. How, if we find out any new virus now after this COVID-19, the world should be prepared for that, right? So the novel antiviral strategies are yet to come, and the techniques will speed up. So this all will speed up novel antiviral drugs. So if this situation is handled effectively, I'm very sure everyone from the world will try to focus on more antiviral drug discovery. So from this conclusion and perspective, I can conclude that antiviral therapy is very well established discipline, yet there is very high scope for antiviral drug discovery. I am also hoping that India would find the drug therapeutic agent very soon, or our Ayurveda, homeopathy, still everyone is working on it, right? So I hope, in my perspective is that somewhere in the world, if the vaccine is found out, therapeutic agent is found out, so there should be the established discipline with the promising future for antiviral drug discovery after this COVID-19. Based on economic, scientific, and medical interest, a continuous need for new drugs to avoid resistance. Even though we find out COVID-19 agent, therapeutic agent, we have to avoid its resistance of that drug. We have to find out more antiviral drug, more combination. We are going to try more effective drugs, safe and efficient drugs for COVID-19, as well as if we find out any other virus which we are unaware of. So it is more likely that development of antiviral drugs over next 20 years will be focused on new targets for antiviral action, neutralizing antibodies against the viral glycoproteins, elaborating its safety, and efficacy. So let's hope for the good. So we, in this session, whole session, we have covered different, what are viruses. We have understood why there is this much difficulty to kill the virus, to target the virus. So after that, we have covered what are different challenges and antiviral drug discovery. What is history of antiviral drug discovery? Then we have seen the current situation, pandemic situation, which we world is going through. The present of antiviral drug therapy, what we have presently, and what we see in near future for the antiviral drugs. So this was all about this much of the session. I conclude this session, and I hand over the session to continue to the Kishan Jaiswal sir. Thank you, sir. Sir, I hand over the session to you. Hello, sir. Am I? Yes, am I audible? Sir, am I audible? I think the network issue is there. So I will wait for the organizer to come. Yes. Yes. Sir, am I audible to you?
Madam, can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, sir, I can hear you. I concluded the session from my side. Now I hand over the session to you.
Okay.
Hmm.
Fine. Thank you, madam.
Yes.
The last important poll,
Yes.
we are concluding with it.